have all my expenses in one place. And getting a total is easy. But that doesn't really answer the question. This is where SUMIFS comes in. Let's set sail. If you want to add everything, use the sum function. If you want to add only values that match a condition, use SUMIFS. Let's say I want to answer the question, how much did I spend on groceries? So what SUMIFS allows us to do is to look in a column and find what matches, and then add the numbers associated with that column together. It's actually very simple once you see what it's doing. So when we want to answer how much did I spend on groceries, SUMIFS is the function, and then we select column D in the first argument. These are the values we are going to add together. Column C is the column we're going to look at to try and match to another value, the third value, which is in this case F2, which is the word groceries, which is our category that we want to sum together. So what it does is it will only add the numbers that have a category that is equal to groceries, equal to this last value that's in F2. So what SUMIFS is doing is it adds the amounts in column D only on the rows where column C has the same value that's in F2. And in this example, groceries is in F2, so it's only going to add the amounts that have a category of groceries in column C. Press enter, and it's $403.04. Now, because I constructed it by looking at column F, I can quickly copy all of these down. It allows us to summarize our expenses by category. So the thing to remember is that the only amounts that are included in the sum are the rows that match the criteria we identify. In this case, the criteria is that the category needs to match the values in column F. All the amounts in the other rows are ignored. You could include multiple conditions in the sum, and you can see in category B, I added a little helper column that tells me the month that is associated with each of these dates. So now I can come over here and I can ask the question, how much did I spend on groceries in January? Let's take a look at this example. It's the same SUMIFS function that we had before, but I've added a second set of criteria. So after looking at the category column and checking to see if it's groceries, it does an additional check on column B and compares it to the text January. And if both of those are true at the same time, then it will add the amount to the sum. And just like before, we can copy all of them down because of how we constructed this function. So by doing this, you don't have to filter on just gas and check each one manually. You can have a nice clean summary of the amounts for each category. You might also see a function called SUMIF without the S. That's the older version, and it only handles one condition. SUMIFS came later, and it can handle one condition or multiple conditions. So even if you only have one condition, it's usually simpler to just use SUMIFS and stick with it. It keeps your formulas consistent, and if you ever need to add another condition later, you're already set. So when you want to sum everything, use SUM. But if the question is only sum these values, use SUMIFS. So until next time, I wish you smooth sailing.